Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Clangin and Bangin with Mikey, episode 94. And today, man, we're gonna talk about value time, man. And realize that not every roadblock that you go through is actually a roadblock. Um, it's a redirection. Um, whether it's a job, a friendship, or relationship, whatever it is. Not every roadblock's a roadblock. Sometimes, man, you're taken back to a place or to a situation, or you're redirected from a place or a situation that no longer works. Um, and believe it or not, some of the best things that can happen to you is going back and resetting. You know, whether it's moving back to your home state for a little bit, or doing whatever, or it's making that move that you are afraid to make, but you know you gotta make. Yeah, man. I think at the end of the day, I'd rather have OLs and what ifs. And what I mean by that, I'd rather have shit that I did and that didn't work out, rather than damn, I wish I would have did this or did that. And I'm kind of in that boat where I'm a little bit of both, or I've done some shit. I'm like, okay, I'm glad it didn't work out. And some of the situations that I'm in, I'm like, damn, I should have took that opportunity. So going forward for me personally, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna. I don't want to say that I'm being timid because I'm not being timid. But I'm gonna take every opportunity that comes my way, whether it's a job, a friendship, whatever it is, and I'm gonna take every single opportunity that comes my way, and I'm gonna make the best of it because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. Very rarely do you meet people or you put in situations where the doors wouldn't open simply because you wasn't ready for it. And I'm not religious by any means or whatever it is, but I do believe, the universe, God, whatever terminology that you want to use works in mysterious ways. And I think people are put into your life simply just to base off, to teach you something, lessons, hardships, whatever it is. And some people stay around forever. Others don't. But the worst thing you can do is try to make a situation work that hasn't been working. Because you can give and 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 keep giving, and the other individual are just gonna keep taking because he or she knows that you're not gonna leave. They know you're not gonna leave because that's not the type of person you are. A lot of people hold on to things that they should have let go a long time ago. A long time ago. And with that being said, man, I think it's very important to realize when certain chapters are closed. And there's nothing wrong with closing a chapter and not looking back at it or having regrets or anything like that too, because at the end of the day, we're all here to get better, man. There's one person I know, they posted something on Instagram the other day, and it said, the older I get, the more I pay attention to what a man does versus what a man says. And they captioned it by saying actions over words. And it's true. And that goes for any gender, whether it's a same-sex relationship, whether it's whether it's traditional, whatever it is, and actions over words, man. Pay attention to what people would rather do versus what they're telling you. I don't care if it's something as simply as going to a movie or whatever it is, or if people are, asking you, certain things around, throughout your day, or people are texting you, like, did you eat? And that in turn shows that they care about you to an extent, that they want to make sure that you're just not happy mentally, but you're fulfilled in different ways, right? So in a roundabout way, man, value the people who value you, value time, and that's important, man, because time is something we don't get back. Time is something we can't barter, we can't trade, um, we can't buy more of, you know. And at the end of the day, it's imperative that people realize that, and it's imperative that people realize that, yo, time is extremely important. But what's also important too is how is the impact that you leave on people. I don't care if um you can have an impact as big as Kobe did, where he inspired millions, probably billions of people around the world just by his tenacity and whatnot. Or you can be something as simply as working a 9 to 5, and making an impact that way, or helping people when they need help or whatever it is, or just being a good person that that most people were brought up to be. And if you're not a good person, take take those lessons or take those things people are telling you and change, you know, because what's worse is when people just stay the same, or they get so conditioned to think that there's nothing wrong with them or whatever it is. And in fact, there's a bunch of things wrong with them. There's whether they don't have the soft skills or the communication skills to basically be successful. A lot of people think that everything should be done their way, and that their way is this, their way is better, yada yada yada. And it may be true to an extent, but at the same time, you don't. Oh, excuse me. You don't get to dictate, you know, how other people get things or how other people do things, because your way works best for you. My way may not work for other people, and vice versa. Or how I learn and how I communicate may not be the most effective or effective way for somebody to learn from. You know what I mean? So it's simple. Ask questions and try to understand that other individuals, they're not like you, but it doesn't mean that they're not capable of change, because everybody's capable of changing. It's the fact that, do you want to change, and how badly do you want to change? Because at the end of the day, excuse me, it's very, very important that you value time, you value people, but most importantly, the people that you value you too. I'm not saying that they gotta return a text message as soon as they get it, or return a phone call as soon as you call, whatever it is. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, if you got people in your life that want to see you happy, that want to see you successful, and don't and don't make you feel guilty or make you trip on things, keep them around. Keep them around, because people like that don't come around too often. And it's really hard to find people like that, because the world is so full of people out there to get their own, people out there to use and abuse you in so many different ways. And value time, man. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, I'm sitting there working on the Scorpion album, and I've been busy, and just trying to sit here and trying to figure out how I'm gonna work with certain sounds and everything too. Not saying I don't love the process, because I do. I got 3 of the most influential people behind me on my wall, so every time I get discouraged, every time I get tired, I just look over here. And yeah, man. Hope y'all keeping the 4 P's. Private player, positive pushing. I'll see y'all next week. Love y'all. Goes. And like I always say, know your worth and value time. All right, y'all. Goes.